Pam, one of the harshest criticisms in the report was a claim from one or two employees saying that they felt like they had to put their job before their family, and a claim that they were not allowed to go to a funeral for one of their family members.
Yeah, that's one employee that I did read that, and that's one employee, and that's sad that she felt she had to put that in there.
Good afternoon, I'm Christy Etheridge.
I'm Richard Rogers. Former EMA Director Pam Tucker, along with County Administrator Scott Johnson, the focus of two investigations into claims of a hostile work environment in Columbia County, and commissioners say those claims are baseless.
And today I sat down with Pam Tucker for an exclusive one-on-one interview, her first since the investigation was released. One of the things I asked her reaction to some pretty harsh feedback from people who worked with her. Text messages from an employee show a plea to attend a funeral for her husband's sister and tells her boss, Pam Tucker, she won't make it into work the next day. Tucker responds with sympathy, but concern over covering the 311 room, the county's customer information center. And after going back and forth, ends with, I just want you to know, if you choose not to come to work tomorrow, there will be consequences.
You got to have people in the room, so trying to be a good manager and balance what we have to get done. We can't just shut down all of our operations because somebody has some reason they want to be off all the time, but that person was never denied going to a funeral. I know that sounds really sad.
A letter the next day tells Pam this meets the criteria of immediate family and not to hold the employee accountable for her absence in any way.
I think it's God, family, and work, but at the same time, the taxpayers expect us to have things covered.
The report gives glowing reviews about how she did her job, but in performance reports written by Scott Johnson, he notes Tucker needs to ensure she is less controlling. Another encourages her to act only after rational thinking rather than emotionally. Another page mentioning she is a hard worker and very hands-on, but easily has her feelings hurt if she feels left out. Are you too sensitive for this job?
Yeah, I think they're throwing around words like sensitive and fragile, which are synonymous with weak, because they're terrified that I'm running for commission chair.
When you did get criticism, do you think you took it too personally?
Well, did I take it personally? It was personal. It was all personal. But you know what? I feel like that has only done one thing for me. It has made me more motivated than ever.
Tucker says she's moving forward with her campaign for county chairman, but I did ask her what happens if you lose. She said if that happens, she'll understand and accept that God has a different plan for her, but she says she's not ready to stop being a public servant.
Let's go back to your report because I have to ask about this. Your sister-in-law passes away. The last thing you need is pushback at work to go to the funeral. That does seem harsh.
She said that was one employee who had worked there 15 years, used up all of her PTO time. She was trying to manage the burden it would place on the other people in the 311 room because those phones do need to be covered, but ultimately that person did go to the funeral.
And one other point, did Pam Tucker say if she has any recorded proof of a hostile workplace? If so, where is that?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people want to know. She says she has several recordings from conversations between her and Scott Johnson that will back up her claims, but she didn't give them to investigators and she didn't give them to us. So you'll hear more about that at 6 o'clock.
And investigators found no proof without any of that?
No proof.
Okay.